Peace, love, and about a hair grease, y'all. Shout out to Gemini returning once again for an amazing video. Okay, so I wanted to finish off my sign series. I've kind of been slipping because my last ones was Gemini, and I've kind of been neglecting. Oh, it's a butterfly. Oh my God, it's so pretty. So I kind of been neglecting staying consistent with kind of going through each of the signs during the season. And obviously it's Virgo season now according to tropical astrology, so I'm way behind. But this video is about Cancer. So what is Cancer? Oh, Cancer, the fourth house, and the IC in your birth chart. Okay, so all of these things are basically the same thing. When you're dealing with houses, as I explained, houses in your chart are just areas, different areas of life. Okay, it's where your planets and the sign that your planet is in, it's what area in life is that energy expressed. Okay, so when we're dealing with the fourth house or Cancer in your birth chart, this is the house of the home, the mother, earlier childhood, your roots, family traditions. It's all about domestication with Cancer. Okay, Cancer is a water sign. Okay, it is represented by the crab. So anytime when you're dealing with water, you're going to be dealing with emotion here. Okay, you're going to be dealing with feelings. Now, as Sister Myra has stated, because I look up to Sister Myra, I think she's an excellent, phenomenal astrologer, and I admire her so very dearly. As Sister Myra explained, you can't talk about one sign without talking about the other. Okay, so Cancer's opposite is Capricorn, which is the earth sign. Okay, so both Cancer and Capricorn want the same things, but one in a different way. So each sign has an opposite, so anytime that you have an opposite, these are just the same things, the same themes, okay, but they're expressed in polarity or in different spectrums. So for example, Cancer deals with the roots of family, a home, nurturing children, okay, but Capricorn wants the same thing. Capricorn wants security, just like Cancer. Capricorn wants a family. Okay, Capricorn is focused on tradition as well, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Okay, this is the father, the karmic teacher. Saturn's like the father in our birth chart that teaches us lessons that we don't want to learn, but we have to learn in order to grow. Saturn is all about discipline. Okay, so but Capricorn gets the same things as Cancer, but through materialism. So through career status, through public reputation, through materialism, money, things that way. While Cancer is more focused on the inner world. You know what I'm saying? Cancer, okay, might be concerned with career only because they need some type of stability to build a nice home of their own, to be domesticated, to be comfortable. Okay, so that's kind of the difference between Capricorn and Cancer. Okay, so positive traits of Cancer. I have a great experience with this energy because a lot of men who I've been emotionally and romantically involved with seriously have had heavy Cancer in their chart. Okay, and my father is a Cancer, so I was raised by Cancer, so I'm all too familiar with this energy. Okay, so positive traits are Cancer. You're going to get a male or a female who is nurturing, who will take care of you, who will baby you if you're sick, who wants to help people, who likes children, who has a lot of emotional intelligence if used properly. Okay, Cancer also is a sign that deals with, like I said, everything that's dealing with the home. So just cooking a meal, you know what I'm saying, and also intimate relationships with their mothers. Okay, so Cancer and their mothers are very important. Okay, because if a Cancer does not have the proper relationship with their mother, all relationships that come after that, if that's not healed or if that's not mended, is not going to work because they never had that motherly love. Okay, Cancer is really tied to the mother. Okay, because when you're dealing with Cancer, Cancer is a feminine sign. Okay, so it deals with maternal. Also, Cancer each zodiac sign rules a different part of the body. So Cancer rules the breast. Okay, so this is a very, very, very feminine sign. And how I can really confirm this because my father, for example, he never had a real relationship with my grandmother. So in my earlier years, it was very hard for him to know how to be, or to be parental, even be emotional, because he never had that connection with his mother. Okay, so in turn, you know, I understand, you know, his upbringing and, you know, how the broken relationship with his mother affected him and how it affected me. Okay, so a relationship with Cancer, whether it's a Cancer moon, Cancer ascendant, Cancer Mars, you know, the mother is always going to play some type of role or have some type of significance with the souls. Okay, likes to be surrounded with things that are of comfort. Okay, such as food, nice soft music, nice soft fabrics. It's kind of similar to Taurus in a way. That's why a lot of Cancer and Tauruses, they get along well, because of they have similar likes. They both value security. Okay, so I can, like I said, attest to this too, because my Venus sign is in Taurus. Okay, and I love men who have Cancer Venus because it feels just so natural. I feel like they understand me and my needs in love. Okay, the need for security, the need for building a stability home, just the need to be stable. You know, those are the things that Cancer really generally embodies. Okay, now on a negative aspect, I have experienced the negative side of Cancer because I do have a lot of Aries in my chart as well, and Cancer is square to Aries. Okay, the negative aspects of Cancer is they can be really passive aggressive. Okay, you can know that obviously something is wrong with them, but they are the type of people, or they are the type of souls that will pick and try to have you pick and prune out of them their emotions. You know what I'm saying? And to me, as an Aries moon, Aries ascendant, that's annoying to me because I'm very direct with my emotions, and Cancer is very passive with their emotion. If you look at the crab, or if you study the crabs move, you know what I'm saying, side to side. Okay, so they're not going to be direct. Even if you're approaching the Cancer and interested in the Cancer, they might show their interest, but it might not be in the most direct way. They might throw little subtle hints and things like that. Okay, so that's kind of one negative aspect of Cancer. Another negative aspect of Cancer is they can be emotionally manipulative. Okay, they can be, like I said, just really passive. They can be moody. They're ruled by the moon. So if you do have a lot of Cancer in your chart, please pay attention to the moon cycles, because that is going to have a lot of effect on you, because the moon is your ruler. Okay, Cancers are like I said, very, very passive aggressive. They can be really overly sensitive too. I know sometimes I do butt heads with a lot of people who have Cancer energy because they're so sensitive, and you know, I have a lot of fire. I am Aries, you know what I'm saying? And even though Aries and Cancer, they do share similar qualities because they are square signs. Like I said, Aries is more direct. Aries is like, okay, tell me what's wrong, or if I want something, I'm going to get it directly. Cancer is, the only way energy I can think about is Cancer is just, if somebody was to go through the front door, Cancer will go to the side door for whatever reason. It just makes them feel comfortable to go to the side door instead of the front door. Okay, Cancers are also a cardinal sign. Okay, so each sign has a modality. Okay, so the modality for Cancer is cardinal. Okay, cardinal signs are initiator signs. Okay, so Cancer, really, the cardinal signs are basically the signs that kicked off the season. Okay, or the start of the season. So for example, Cancer starts when summer starts. So that is when the summer solstice happens. Okay, upcoming next we have Libra season. Okay, Libra is a cardinal sign. It initiates relationships. Okay, and Cancer initiates Cancer initiates in its own way. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure that out, because Cancer is not like Aries, which is also a cardinal sign, and it's obvious how Aries is very initiative, because Aries is very direct and straightforward, and you know what I'm saying, and really starts projects. Even though Aries starts projects, they really don't really finish them. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the fixed sign's job, is to finish it. But so yeah, Cancer is a cardinal sign, so meaning these signs, these souls, they initiate. They initiate things, whether it's emotional. I can only think about emotional relationships, anything that having to do, like I said, with the qualities I've already listed. Okay, and then also Cancer, just like any other water sign, please do yourself a favor and stop ignoring your intuition. Okay, like I said, anytime that you're dealing with water, this just represents the other worlds, the other realms that we cannot see. Okay, so all water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, have phenomenal intuition, but sometimes, you know, they'll suppress it or they'll doubt it, maybe because they're too much in their head, or maybe because, you know, something happened in their life where, you know, they had a hunch or they had a gut feeling, but it was just denied, but they realized they were right anyway. So Cancer, please continue to listen to your emotion and listen to your intuition. Okay, it's your best friend. It's one of your gifts that you have. Okay, water sign, always know. You can't really hide shit from water signs, because somehow these motherfuckers just know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just their gift. You know what I'm saying? Water is very fluid. You know, water is very mystical and boundless. Okay, so even then with water signs, okay, water signs, like I said, including Cancer, because Cancer is a water signs, have issues with boundaries. Okay, so probably emotional boundaries. So they just want to come and fucking wash you away, you know what I'm saying, and if you're not the type of person without understanding the boundaries. Okay, this is why earth signs are very important, or really are complementary to water signs, because if you think about a river, you have the earth that's under there and you have the water that's flowing. So earth gives water a volume, some type of volume to flow in a direction, instead of just flowing all over the fucking place and flooding shit, you know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta really be careful, because I had that happen to me, like in my past, like, you know, dealing with people who had water in their chart. Like, they just had no fucking boundaries. I'm just like, whoa, like, slow your roll. Like, my Taurus is like, slow your roll, buddy. Like, you know. So yeah, that's really it. Just watch out for, you know, keeping boundaries, Cancer, you know what I'm saying? Just the water signs, period. Like, all y'all really, some of y'all, you know, really struggle with having boundaries, whether it's within yourself or when it's with other people. Okay, also Cancer, sometimes it's okay to say no. You know, Cancers are not really very confrontational. Cancers don't really like confrontation, like I said, which is kind of adverse to me, because, you know, I'm a very confrontational person. I'll cuss you out, but if I have an issue, I'm going to bring it to the forefront, and Cancer does not like this. It's similar to Libra, you know what I'm saying, another cardinal sign, because Libra doesn't like direct confrontation, you know what I'm saying? Libra sometimes doesn't like telling people no, out of kind of being a people pleaser, or just kind of avoiding confrontation. So Cancers, it's okay to say no. It's okay to address something, you know what I'm saying? Just, even if it's just with you personally, like I said, just nobody being mad at somebody, you know, without telling them is really petty as fuck. Like let's grow up here. Like, let's put on our big boy and girl pants, and let's tell people while we're upset with them, because that has happened to me in my past 2 weeks experiencing with Cancers. Like I said, because I've been involved with men who had Cancer in their chart, and this is like one of the main things that irritated me. Like, if there's a problem, just say there's a problem. I even dealt with that with my dad. Like, you know, I might not call my dad at a certain time, and he'll get mad, and I can obviously tell he's mad, and, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, I can sense it, I can tell, and then finally he'll fucking tell me. Like, so you could have just, whatever. I'm starting to understand that's just y'all. Okay, so like I said, it's okay to tell people no, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to stand up for yourself. Like, y'all really gotta get over that, unless y'all gonna just be people's doormats, and I know y'all don't want that, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't want to be taken advantage of, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that. So just be mindful of that. I forgot to mention, Cancers are really homebodies. Okay, Cancers really like to stay at home. They like to just be at home. They like to just snuggle on the couch. Well, for the most part, like I said, this is very general. It depends on your Mars sign, and as well as your Venus sign, because Venus is going to tell you what the things that you like to do. But typically Cancers, they really like to stay at home, you know what I'm saying? They really like to stay at home, snuggle on the couch with their significant other, and they're content, you know what I'm saying? They're not really focused too much on hopping around and finding the next adventure, because that's kind of like, you know, that's kind of just not them, you know what I'm saying? Cancers likes comfortability, you know what I'm saying? Cancer doesn't like when they're known for being shy too, so they may have problems with public speaking, or maybe speaking to other people, or maybe being in front of, I've seen this too at my job, it's like one of my coworkers, he's a Cancer, so when he has to give the brief, he gets nervous. Okay, so being in the spotlight kind of isn't really for Cancer. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather be in the background where it's safe, and you know, where they can control you know, their inner world. Okay, if you are dating a Cancer or interested in Cancer, know that these people need a lot of emotional affection, emotional attention. Really, sometimes Cancer will attract emotionally unavailable people. Sometimes they'll stay there for whatever reason, because the relationship offers them a lot of security, just like Capricorn. Capricorn will stay in relationships that are absolute shit, but will stay there for some type of material gain. You know what I'm saying? So Cancers really have to be careful trying not to attract or trying to be with emotionally unavailable people, because like I said, this is a water sign. This is the sign of the crab. They just want to be nurtured. They just want to lay up under their loved ones, under some blankets by a warm fire, and you know, watch Netflix. You know what I'm saying? That's what Cancer likes to do. Okay, so if you are interested in Cancer, like I said, just don't be afraid to show your emotions. Always be open. Understand that they're not going to be direct in their wants and in their needs, because like I said, this is a very passive sign. The crab moves side to side. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they might get a little moody. Oh, this is another thing I forgot to mention too. With the 4th house and with Cancer being so focused on the past, these people can really have moments and really have periods where they're completely engulfed in the past. Like if a relationship ended, or you know, something happened to them that was very traumatic in the past, they can really be so stuck on the past that they forget about the present and the future. Okay, and I think it's really imperative for Cancer to understand that sometimes, you know, the past is the past, and you kind of need to move on. Like my friend, he's a Capricorn Sun, Cancer Moon, and he would talk to me about his relationship with his ex-girlfriend, and it was obvious that it was over, but he would constantly revisit, you know, that past love that they had. And I had to tell him straight up, like, yo, like, I get it, like, you really cared about this girl, but at the same time, you know, you see that she's not changing, so you're just really focused on those past memories that you had with her, which is fine, but you can't continue to revisit them and stay there, you know. And I had to let him know that. So you really got to be careful with that too, because Cancer can hold grudges against you. Like apparently, you know, another family member of mine, she has my stepmother, she has a Cancer moon, and apparently, you know, I didn't say something to her 3 or 4 years ago, and to this day she still has a grudge towards me because of it. I didn't even know. Like, I'm sitting here living my life, and she's mad at me this whole time, and I had no idea. So that is another negative trait about Cancer. They will hold grudges. Okay, they will hold grudges against you. Okay, it's like they won't bring it up, but it will always be in the back of their mind. You can, if you're really in tune, because sometimes they think that they're hiding their emotions, but you can I can easily tell when a Cancer is upset, or people who have Cancer energy. I can tell when something's wrong, even though they try to deny it all day, every day. I don't know why water signs do that, but yeah, it's just I guess the expectation, they just expect you to beg and to plead to express their emotions, and sometimes that works for some people, but other people, you know, who got fire in their chart, that don't necessarily work. So Cancer, please be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? People aren't mind readers. This is just a message to all the water signs. Some people ain't mind readers. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Like, some people aren't mind readers. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some times where you're going to have to vocalize your emotions, whatever that you're feeling, so your partner will be able to fix them. Okay, it's completely impossible for somebody to know if you're upset and then to get mad when they can't figure out. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? At least give somebody the opportunity to speak and hear your emotions out, and then see what they can do about them. Okay, so like I said, just the IC or the 4th house, because the IC in the 4th house in your birth chart is pretty much the same thing. The IC is going to be located at the bottom of your chart. Okay, I wish I had a blackboard or some shit, or would have bought my chart so y'all can see, but my IC is in Cancer. Okay, so like I said, I think this is why I attract a lot of Cancer men, because they make me feel at home, because Cancer is in my 4th house. Like I said, I have a natural chart, so Cancer and my IC are all in my 4th house. Okay, so depending on what sign your IC or your fourth house is going to tell you the type of home that you grew up in, as well as the relation, maybe give you a hint, the relationship with your mother, as well as, you know, how your home is. So for example, if you have maybe Mars in the fourth house, okay, you might have or Mars or Pluto in the fourth house, you know what I'm saying, you might have had an abusive upbringing, you know what I'm saying, or if it wasn't physically abusive, it was probably emotionally abusive, or it was just always chaotic, you know what I'm saying, it was just always something action oriented, or maybe even violent there, because Mars is about aggression. It's the god of war. It's about those things, you know what I'm saying. So look and see what planets are in your fourth house, and that can give you a little hint to see how your upbringing was. If you have, for example, a lot of my clients, they have Uranus in the fourth house. This breeds an upbringing that was unconventional from your friends. This can indicate maybe you were adopted and maybe had to move around a lot, or if you weren't adopted, because Uranus is about shock and surprises and ever going changes, you know what I'm saying, unexpected changes. So if you have Uranus in the fourth house, you can just be moving around a lot, you know what I'm saying. You can either you move around a lot now or in your early childhood, you know what I'm saying, or if you didn't move around a lot, it can manifest as, you know, something being a little weird about your home, you know what I'm saying, something being a little different about your home compared to, you know, normal people's. Like, I don't know, you might have 10,000 cats, or you might have a weird statue, or you might practice some type of spiritual practice that a lot of people aren't used to, or might have altars and shit in your house. So you really have to pay attention to what planets conjunct your IC, aka your fourth house, the point that initiates your fourth house, or just what planets are in your fourth house period. Okay, so if you want help with that, like I said, I am still doing natal chart readings. I do have a new website where you can purchase my natal chart readings, as well as get more content from me. It's called cosmicchaos.com/Shy the Gemini. Okay, if you are not interested in me, there are other contributors on there too who will fit your needs. Okay, so if I can't help you with something, there are other people who are specialized in other things, and I'm not specialized, and you can help them, and they can help you as well. So I will put my information about that below, and like I said, if you are interested, just let me know. But like I said, thank y'all for thank y'all, you know, for subscribing and commenting and, you know, reaching out, and I really greatly appreciate you guys. Okay, so with that being said, I love y'all. Bye.